Albion Online just released a new dev talk talking about the new faction, some quality of life changes, and some new exciting stuff that are coming to Albion Online. So let's take a look because there's a lot of things that we need to talk about there. Albion Online.
Hello and welcome to another Albion
Hey,
Online
Robin.
Dev Talk. Today we're excited to introduce the next major content update, Rogue Frontier, arriving this February. This update brings exciting new opportunities to solo and small-scale players, along with fresh gameplay options for those living in the Outlands. At the heart of this update is the transformation of Outlands storage posts into Smuggler's dens, which now introduce the Smuggler's Market Network and a new Smuggler faction with new open-world activities. Let's take a closer look with co-creative director Michael Schwan.
Smuggler dens are new hubs designed to give players who prefer a smaller scale or solo playstyles a chance.
So this needs to be addressed. This is meant for solo and small scale. And it is going to be, at least for me, it's very interesting because I wonder how solo friendly it truly is going to be with the open world in like the Black Zone, infamously known for being hostile in terms of just trying to survive in a solo environment or solo in this like hostile environment. So I'm very interested to see if this is like that really great for solo. Small scale is another conversation though.
Allow players to set their home and fast travel to and from these locations. Of course, without taking gear with them, but this allows players to quickly switch between city life and Outlands gameplay. They are also...
So basically you have your own hideout-ish as a solo player who's not part of a guild, right? You have your hideout. So you no longer have to be part of a big guild in order to have like access directly to the Black Zone, right? You have your hideout. So it's interesting. And what is to stop guilds without hideouts basing themselves there? True. And yes, most 1v1 fights will turn into 1vx all the time. Like all the time. Do need to be guildless to do it? No. You can have a guild, but this is like a solo. So that's a very interesting point. Like, can you use this as like a hideout-ish?
Home to the
for like bigger guilds.
Smuggler's Market Network, a connected marketplace system that allows players to sell and buy items to and from remote Smuggler stands, Morgana's Rest, Merlin's Rest, and Arthur's Rest.
So this is a very, very interesting shift in terms of how Albion Online's market system has been for the past 7-8 years. One of the unique things about Albion Online's market system is that each city has their own market. In this market, you only get these items for these prices. If you switch over to another market, you only get these items for certain prices. Now, they are linking all of it. Not all of the city marketplaces, all of the den marketplaces, which is, you know, your hideout-ish for solo players, and all of the Morgana Rest, Arthur's Rest, and all of the rest. There are 3 rests. Now, these rests are known for having super limited supply and super high prices, and just, it doesn't make sense. Things that are not used in near these rests are like valued super, super low. There are situations where you can sort of supply the rest similar to how you would supply the Carolean market or the black market to earn a lot of silver, but most of the time it's not really used for that. So them basically linking all of the rests to the Smuggler's Den makes it one big market that I think will breathe new life to not only like throughout the dens, but also like living in these rest areas. Yeah, it can be used as a hideout, actually. It's very interesting.
This unique market network applies fees to trades based on distance to the location you're buying from or selling to.
Okay.
This offers the convenience of being able to access a broader market, while still giving an edge to traders who supply individual dens with items.
So there you go. There is like a penalty to it.
Whether you're looking to liquidate loot, acquire new gear for your next Outlands adventure, or are looking for new trade opportunities, the Smugglers market is a place to go. With the Smugglers now being active in the
Okay.
Outlands, new opportunities arise to help them in exchange for might, favor, and standing with the Smuggler faction.
So there you go. There is a new faction, but this is still your black zone activity. So there is still might and favor. What is this though? What is that symbol right there?
As you explore the Outlands, you might come across abandoned smuggler wagons. These wagons, ambushed by royal forces, often still hold valuable crates. If you are quick, you can secure these crates and deliver them to hidden smuggler stashes.
Okay.
These stashes
So it's similar to how your vortex works. It's similar to how your cores work. You get an item, you hold an item, you deliver it to another location, and then you do get might, favor, and all that. So weekend wisps too. So similar concept to it. It's just a different item and different faction. Will be great for econ players linking the markets. True, but how limited would it be? Because like the rests don't usually have a lot of players in them. Obviously, not as much as your city's like fraction of it, obviously. But I wonder if that is alive enough for you to have the opportunity to, maybe like the things that you need for this new activity, sell it there.
are scattered across the Outlands, so there's no single drop-off point for enemies to camp. This setup,
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool.
so there's no single
Look at the bottom right. Look at the bottom right. So there are 3 locations where you can drop it off. Interesting. So I wonder if they are going to take this as well. This is like the open world weekend wisps. I wonder though, in the Mist, is this applicable? Probably not, but this is good since you don't need to be in the same spot. You can just literally travel, which is pretty good.
single drop-off point for enemies to camp. This setup,
This is also something that we have to take a look again.
so there's no single drop-off
So-
point for enemies.
Each person, right? Each person carries one.
This setup encourages smaller groups to engage, since the window for action is short, making it hard for larger guilds to dominate.
Doubt. Press X for doubt. Listen to this.
Since the window for action is short, making it hard for larger guilds to dominate.
I doubt that. I really, really, really doubt
Some
that.
wagons will have multiple crates, but since each player can carry only one at a time, these objectives will ask for quick strategies to secure multiple crates, and it is more likely for several parties to secure some instead of the winner just taking it all.
Now, that is in theory true. Now, you can kind of like rat if you have enough mobility. This is still true. Your minor boots is still not going to work with this. The items that doesn't work with cores, vortices, and wisps that gives you a lot of mobility, turns you invisible, it will automatically drop this. This is what I'm assuming. It's possibly, it's true. It's still going to be true. It is interesting though that their main goal here is like, all right, everyone takes one, right? You get one, even if it's like small scale versus small scale. There's a possibility that one party will not be able to get all of it. Press X for doubt. That is, I don't think that is going to be the case. It really depends on like how much might you're going to get from this, how much loot you're going to get from this, how valuable the new faction points are going to be for them to say like, big guilds are not going to actually dominate this. I really doubt that. I really, really doubt that.
But this is not the only way to get smuggler standing. Sometimes you might stumble upon smugglers captured by royal guards.
Okay.
Freeing them by defeating their captors increases your standing with the faction. These encounters add an exciting layer of challenge and reward.
So instead of weekend wisps, this is their version of weekend wisps and those wisps that are trapped
to your journeys. That is also accessible to solo players. Hidden treasures and coffers in the Outlands now also contain smuggler coins.
Oh.
While these coins won't have any value on the royal continent, you can deliver them to a smuggler's den and use them to boost your standing with the smugglers even further.
Oh, smuggler coins. Smuggler coins boosts your standing with the faction. That is actually very interesting.
And use them to...
Also, whoever watches this video, like a new player, please know that this is not a build. Just know that this is not a build.
Boost your standing with the smugglers even further. Increasing your standing provides access to exclusive rewards at the smuggler's den.
Yeah.
These include the Smuggler Vanity Set, perfect way to show off your allegiance, and the all-new Smuggler Cape.
There you go. So, it is going to use points, not money, real money, as some may actually may have understood that. So let's go back to that, because there were a couple of viewers that said that maybe they're going to get like a vanity cape that has an ability, which he will talk about later. But let's go back
at
to
the smuggler's den. Increasing your standing provides access to exclusive rewards at the smuggler's den.
So increasing your standing gives you access to rewards in the smuggler's den, similar to how you have for your faction points. If you have more faction points, you get access to like tier 7, tier 8 crests with your faction points. So it's still faction points, okay? It's the new meta. That's the new meta, every crossbow. Video smells like a noob trap. It does, actually.
These include the Smuggler Vanity Set. Perfect.
This is new, though. Points for Vanity Set. This is interesting.
To show off your allegiance. And the all-new Smuggler Cape. The Smuggler Cape isn't just about looks. Its ability Hidden Vial activates whenever you use a potion, reducing the cooldown of your potion slot by 90 seconds.
90
this
seconds.
Effect can let you use your shorter cooldown potions twice in a single fight, opening up all new build possibilities.
That is actually true. Like the build possibilities for this is going to, well, it's going to broaden how players actually interact, especially like in a 1v1 situation, maybe like in the 2v2. Like across all fights. Like in 1v1, we looked at all of the potions earlier. We saw some possibilities of using, like, as you saw in the video, double poison is going to be really, really good. Poison, in the update that they did like about a year ago, they changed it from reduce resistance into true damage. Tier 8 poison, I believe, deals about 430 plus true damage. So in a span of 8 seconds, you're dealing about 1,000, 900 to 1,000 damage, depending on the tier and enchantment of your poison. You're going to deal 1,000 damage with in the span of 8 seconds, on top of everything that you have dealt in that period. So, like, at top of my head, a cursed staff that has 4 stacks on you, rooted you, whatever, has 4 stacks on you. Vile curse throws a poison, stacks, throws another poison. That can, in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons, which there's like caps, where health of your opponent usually hovers around 2,000, you already took out like half of their health just from poisons, which is going to be very, very interesting. And also, another from Oib was the gig pots in ZVZ situations. ZVZ situations where you are going to be able to double gig pots within the span of 30 seconds, because gig pots has a cooldown of 2 minutes, and the new cape gives you minus 90 seconds on that cooldown. So it's actually really, really good. The new taverns, the new designs, pretty good.
With the introduction of Smuggler's Dens, the Smuggler's Network,
Look at that.
and the new Smuggler faction activities, we're offering a complete set of tools for solo and small-scale players.
I really, really doubt. Now, this is just me in my head, who doesn't really do a lot of Outlands activities or like Black Zone activities. I don't know if it's really for solo and small scale. I mean, small scale, yeah, but like solo, pitching this to solo, I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Wait, is there a new
With the
item?
introduction of Smuggler's Dens, the Smuggler's
This is the new crystal weapon. The crystal bracers, yeah.
Network and the new Smuggler faction activities,
They're going to talk about
offering
it.
a complete set of tools for solo and small-scale players to base themselves in the Outlands.
Now, basing yourself in the Outland, giving you some sort of hideout in the Outlands is true. Like, for solo players, that is going to be huge. Connecting all the marketplaces, being able to re-gear faster and potentially way cheaper than if the Smuggler's Den is just the Smuggler's Den, is going to be interesting. But the new activity of like the Weekend Wisps type thing, I don't know if it's for solo,
This
man.
allows for longer stays in your favorite areas beyond the quick and somewhat unreliable trips using the safe portal we
very
introduced
unreliable.
in Horizons. Of course, using more of these locations to store your gear might make your inventory management even more confusing.
So here we
which
go.
is why we're happy to announce the arrival of the long-awaited bank overview with this update.
Long
The
awaited.
bank overview allows players to remotely view and search the content of their personal bank tabs.
Okay, so this is something that I will need to look at. I will need to look at in the test server. Because yes, you can look at this and be like, where is my tab? Where is the thing that I need before going to the city that you need it from? If you have like multiple tabs, like all of the tabs in the world, this can definitely work. I don't know. I thought it would be better. I can't even like articulate how I was expecting it to be, but this is definitely a good start.
If they have the Manage Guild chests permission, they will also be able to view and search their guild's bank tab contents.
Even
To maximize
Okay.
the usability of banks, we're also adding an access point to your city bank to
Now,
your
this is pretty
personal
good.
islands. All
now this is so small.
also
This is such a
adding
small
an access
detail.
point to your city bank to your
Here we go.
personal
This is such a small detail. Being able to just be in your hideout and actually access your city tab, you don't have to go to the city. I think it's pretty cool if you have your island already set up and you don't want to like go back and forth. Most of the time though, for solo players, what we usually do is we have like a separate guild island to have those guild tabs. So you have more space so that you just go from your guild island, content, repair, guild island, content. It's just way easier. Now this is definitely a step in the right direction though. I don't know if it's a solo activity. I'm not convinced. I may be wrong though. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment in the comment section below. But like I'm not convinced that it is actually going to be a solo activity. The smuggling. I don't know. Ability to grab gear from all banks. Here's the thing. I would actually support that. And there is a way for it to not be abused. Think of it as, let's say, I have items in Martlock and I am in Limhurst and I want to be able to grab that. Allow me to grab that, but for a cost. The cost will be how much it is going to teleport from Martlock to Limhurst. Yeah, right? The teleport cost. It's basically the same. You already have that bank overview, right? The global teleport cost, yeah. Obviously, you cannot do that if you're in Caerleon and you're trying to grab from Limhurst, or you're in a royal city and you're trying to grab from a hideout. You can't grab anything if you're outside of a city, right? So it is going to be faster, right? It's going to be more convenient. So I guess that's what I was like trying to imagine, is like I will be able to pull anything out from that bank overview. Well, it is called bank overview, but like the global bank, if you will, for a cost. So I don't have to travel from one place to another. And one thing that will make it so good is that you don't have to worry where you're banking. You're not going to worry about where you're banking. Morgana crates are going to plummet in cost? Probably, yeah. Full plate. Again, for new players, this is not a build, you guys. This is not a build, okay?
Islands. All combined, the new Smuggler's Dens, Smuggler Market Network, and Smuggler's activities offer a compelling reason to extend your stay in the Outlands, whilst still keeping access to your city lifestyle and staying in control of your inventories with the bank overview.
That's pretty good, though.
In our next video, we'll dive into more exciting features coming with the Rogue Frontier update, including new crystal weapons, improvements to resource hotspots with resource update.
Look at this.
Including new crystal weapons,
It's basically frost shot, makes you levitate.
improvements to resource hotspots with resource wisps,
Resource wisp. This is something that I just blew through because it is going to be in the next video.
new crystal weapons,
Look at this.
improvements to resource hotspots with
Resource wisps is so good. Right now, if you're a Mist player, I think it's either like you find super juicy players or like super doo-doo gear players in the Mist or gatherers. For me personally, I've been using the Mist just to gather, just to chill. Now that they're going to introduce a resource wisp, I do wonder what that means for the regular wisp. Will that make them just for PvP? Will that mean it is going to be maybe a bit smaller in terms of maps? Now that you have resource wisps, they are most likely, I'm assuming, they're going to take out all of the resources from the regular Mist and maybe add new content to it.
resource wisps, the kill trophy system, and a new journal category.
Look at that, though. That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. They added like more stuff, like where can you find it, right? Kill the heretics. Where can you find this mother trucker right here?
Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.
Wait.
And a
Kill trophies.
to resource hotspots with resource wisps, the kill trophy
The kill trophy is such a troll, though. In my understanding, the kill trophy basically is if you get a kill, there is, you know how when you get a kill, you have this. You just have this. I think the kill trophy, based on my understanding, is you will have more details. It's a physical item now in a virtual world where you can click and see all of the details of that specific kill. I bet you $1 bajillion that people are going to accumulate just, trying to kill their favorite streamers, their favorite players. If they get a kill, they have a trophy for Coco. If they ever try to kill him. E-Court, Mog, all the bigger streamers, they'll have like, oh, this is so when I killed Mog. This is when I killed Momo. This is when I killed this. I bet you there will be like guild islands just filled with these.
trophy system,
And I'm all for
a
it.
new journal category.
I'm really all
Thanks
for
for
it.
watching, and stay tuned.
Thank you, Robin. All right. What do you guys think of this new update? I know it's pretty exciting. What are you most excited about? I am excited about the bank overview. The den as well is very interesting for solo players. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. I'm not a solo open world player-ish. I'm more of a Corrupted Dungeons, Hellgate, fight kind of person. But I'm going to definitely give it a shot. Really doubt that this is for solo players, though. Them saying this is for solo players, I really doubt it. I really, really do. But small scale, yeah. A bit bigger guilds, like maybe like 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Yeah, like dominate. So this is more of like similar to how tracking worked. Getting people out in the outlands and trying to get more people to fight in the outlands and giving us rewards. Now, the rewards need to be big enough, huge enough for it to be interesting for a lot of players, but we shall see. It's a good update, though. Very, very good update. New things coming to Albion Online. Very excited. Leave a comment down below, or better yet, join us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Burnstone.